Hi there, today I'm going to demonstrate how to install Server FTP server, how to create a user, how to assign a password to the user, how to share a folder on the FTP server, and how to access the server via a web browser from within the network. Okay. FileZilla can be easily downloaded just by visiting their website and downloading the latest executable file for the software. Okay, I've already downloaded, so I'm going to go straight into the meat of everything. It downloads. And for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to just install everything default. I'm not going to change any of the settings. It's going to be a straightforward, simple install. Agree. And there it is, FileZilla server has been installed. I'm now going to go into the user settings to create the user, assign a password to the user, and share a folder. I'm going to add a user. I'm going to name it Renee. I'm going to assign a password. And I'm going to share a folder. I've already created a folder on my desktop, and in it I've placed a text file with a simple text mark welcome. After the install and share the folder, we're going to access this file via the web browser. FTP, that's the folder. Okay, great. Now I'm going to access this file on the server via the web browser. Now, in order to access it via the web browser, I have to retrieve the IP address for the PC or the laptop that the server has been installed. So I'm going to go into command prompt, IP config, right, and there I'm seeing my IP address. Now, in order to access the file, you have to put first FTP : 2 forward slashes, the IP address, slash, and very importantly, the port number. Port 21 is the default FTP unsecured port, and I believe 990 is the port for secured FTP. Hit enter. Right, now I'm being prompted to enter my username and the password. Okay, and there's the file. The new text document is the file that I have created in the folder. And if I open it up, welcome. Okay, so I've quickly demonstrated how to install the FTP server, create a user, share a folder, and access a file stored in this folder from a web browser. That's all for this demonstration. My next demonstration will be how to access the file from outside of the network. Okay, bye. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to access the files that are presently stored on my FTP server, but I'm going to access it from outside of my network. So I'm basically going to go to another location and access it via the web browser from that location. But in order to access the files from another location, I must first do some configuration to my router. So I'm already logged into my router. Different routers call it differently. Some routers call it port forwarding. It varies from router to router. On this router, it's on the virtual server. Okay, as you notice. Now what I have to do is I actually have to use the port 21, which is the FTP port, and assign it to my computer ID, my computer IP address. So basically, any request come via port 21 is going to go directly to the IP address of my computer, which is, as you're seeing there, 192.168.0.105. This is the IP address of the PC, of my PC, where the server was installed. Okay, so I've already done it here. I've put the port 20 start port and end port at 21. I've inputted my IP address and it's enabled, and I've saved it. So shortly I will demonstrate how to access the file stored on my FTP server from another location, obviously, which is outside my network. To do this, I'm going to be using the public IP address. My computer's public IP address, as opposed to my computer's internal IP address, which is dished out, or which is handed out by the router. As you notice, the 192.168.0.105 is my computer's IP address. But what I want is my public address. Now, this can be easily found. You can simply go into Google and if you put my IP address, there it is. So my public IP address is 190.213.124.150. So in the next video, you're going to see where I'm going to go to another computer. I'm going to enter the same FTP : 2//, but I'm going to put my public IP address /21. And you're going to see I'm going to be able to access the same set files that I accessed previously from in the network. I'm going to be able to access it from out the network. So you will see that in the next video. Okay, bye. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate how to access my FTP server, which I created earlier, via the external IP address. I'm actually going to be using a cell phone, an app on the cell phone, an FTP app on the cell phone. It's a very neat app. It's file browser. And just to confirm that I'm not connected to my internal network, I'm actually using Digicel's data plan. I'm going to add FTP. I'm going to put in the external IP address. / next, put in the user, password, simple password, next. Okay. There it is. So you're seeing I'm connected to the FTP server, and let me show you the file in the server, the file in the folder, sorry. There it is. New text document. Welcome. So I've just demonstrated using the cell phone, using Digicel's data package, and accessing the files stored on my FTP server from externally to my network using my external IP address. So that's it. Thanks much.